morning. You're welcome to Morning Pulse, the pulse of Nigerian politics right here on Active Citizens. My name is Sharon NNPCL and I am joined in the studio as usual by my co-host in person of Ifoma Oji and my analyst in person of Mr. Daniel Sacramento. How are we all doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. Can we give a round of applause for my voice? Because my voice is coming back. So,
congratulations.
Mr. Daniel, are you not happy to hear? I don't understand. You were laughing yesterday.
Are you sure you are okay now?
Not that I'm very
fine.
okay, but I'm getting better.
Yes.
Okay.
We're happy for you.
You did not even send me tom or anything.
I
but it's
did.
fine. You
I
did,
did.
yeah, you
Yes,
did.
I
Mr.
did.
Daniel does not care about me. But it's fine.
Fine.
All right, straight to the stories for today. We have two major headlines for today's story. Now, the UK government has unleashed its strongest warning yet to foreign students, saying that after your visa expires, that you must go back to your home country or they will remove you. Second, back home, NNPCL boss Bayo Ojulari is under fire, being accused of approving a 5.7 billion naira no-bid consultancy contract, flying private jets on public funds, and shielding himself with systemic opacity. Now we are going to go straight to the first story, and that is the situation happening in UK affecting foreign students from staying after their visa has expired or after they are done schooling. Now, my first question is this, and I'm just going to throw it open to both you and Ifoma. With the kind of history that Nigerian has had with the UK for the longest time, the recent backlash, the policies that surrounds their foreign policies, do you think that there is a breach in that relationship? Do you think that the strength of that relationship is waning now? Because it just seems as though it's targeted at Nigeria because we have almost the highest number of students in the UK. Let me start with the former.
Okay, I was actually hoping
to
go first before I comment. But however, I think yes, it's actually it's bridging that relationship that we have with them. That is, if we even have relationship with them at all, because every single time they come up with one policy or the other, and it always affects the Nigerians at large, and it hurts because I mean these are people that are moving to your country to probably better their life, their future, and their family, because the system in Nigeria couldn't even provide that environment for them to do so, and they sought refuge in your country to actually better their life.
Yes.
And every single time you come up with policies, every single time, which is more like it's like I said earlier, it's quite, you know, sad. I was reading the news and I was saying something like about 65,000 students are currently in the UK. You could see the level of Japa syndrome in Nigeria. The country is not favoring us. The economy is not favoring us. Why should we stay back? And the people that were equally running to help us, you understand, are equally telling us to go back. So there is nothing like relationship here. So
all right.
There is nothing.
Before I come to you, Mr. Daniel, I just want to read out data. So according to the Home Office, right, they said 15% of asylum applications last year were 16,000 applications that were submitted by people who originally had their student visas. Okay, so these are students applying for asylum. And just to the general public, in case you're hearing the word asylum for the first time, this just basically means it's a system to protect individuals who have come to the UK running from their country because of war, natural disaster, or insecurity in general. So that's what asylum means. So it means that to protect individuals who have come to the UK running from their country because of war, natural disaster, or insecurity in general. So that's what asylum means. So it means that the over 16,000 applications from people who previously had student loans, and you know, maybe majority of them are for majority of them being Nigerians. I don't even think it's wrong that the data is really commendable, but message was sent as they received by these foreign students. They said, if you submit an asylum claim that lacks merit, that it will be swiftly and robustly refused. If you have no legal right to remain in the UK, you must leave. And if you don't want, we will remove you. Now, the tone of the voice is really is what is very amazing for me. Is the fact that they are not coming to patronize anybody. They're not trying to persuade you. They're just saying it as it is, being very strict on it. And I just want to ask now, with everything that they have said, and with the number of people, especially foreign students that have applied for asylum, and them complaining that they have overstretched their budget for these people with hotel reservations and all of that, what do you think now will be the fate of these students abroad? Would they panic, or should they just remain calm, or ask for a revisit to this policy?
Okay, it's quite unfortunate because of the bad leadership we have in Nigeria that has prompted us going to another man's country
To seek refuge.
to seek refuge, asylum, in the name of education. And it is the level of how we value what comes from outside more than what is inside. That is why Nigerians love going to other people's country to go and seek refuge. Because if I present a UNN certificate and somebody present Oxford, Cambridge certificate, they will listen to him or her
Yes.
more than you, because we place no value in what we have. If I tell you how many billions we create the economy of the UK people in every section, school section, because everybody wants to go to Oxford, everybody wants to go to American Business School, Harvard. Everybody wants to go there. And because without that, you will not be recognized in this society when it comes to Nigeria.
Yes.
Now, most of the times, I don't have pity when I hear things like this. You don't go to another man's house and tell him how he's going to run his business.
Of course.
That is one. And that's the truth. How can 65 persons go to UK to go and stay? How many is there? How many, what is the, how many are in UK?
Yeah.
You will not go there and stay. Now you say you are going for education. After education, you are meant to come back. You now start seeking for Aduro.
But the employment opportunities in here is not.
That is exactly what we are saying.
Work visa
Now,
work visa, yes, that was 2 years before. It's
They've
now
reduced
18 months. They've reduced it.
2 years is 18 months now.
Okay, no, she's trying to say that they before now it was longer.
Before now, yes.
Now,
Yes.
let me tell you. Yet, a lot of review. Every European country and American country, everybody has, even Canada, that we were all running.
Of course.
Everybody, they had to make some review because the rate of movement of people towards that, migration of people to those countries is alarming. Okay. Now, the issue is this. You know, UK, most of the times, majority of our Nigerians that go there will end up, when you know that your visa is getting ready to expire, what you needed to do is to look for a way to either you renew it, or you know that once you finish the program, you come back. Now, this thing didn't just start now. I had a friend who traveled to UK in, he traveled, that should be 2004. And when this thing got finished, although he said he was at fault, that he would have come back to do something, I don't know about this. But the truth about it is that the UK have every right to place a ban. It is their thing. They know the level, the weight of the economy. They know the level, the weight they could carry.
Yes,
now,
they know where
now it's not that people finish and come back. People goes for asylum. Asylum, and I think that is where, not even to extend your stay. Asylum is that you no longer going to be using a passport. Yet, they will now look at you as a refugee. They place you in a camp where they will now start taking care of you. Do you understand? Now, maybe they look at the level of money that people squander in Nigeria. and you will now come. It is not UK that will now come and be shielding your no. If you finish, everybody should carry their wahala back to their. Now, it is not only Nigerians.
It is
the
not.
Jamaicans are there. Ethiopia are there. Indians are there. Yeah. South Africans are there. Yeah. There's so many countries that are there. Now, everybody is seeking for a better life. It is because now, let's face Africa. The problem here is that a black man most at times have a black heart. We don't reason well. That is the truth. Because these people are not richer than us. We have the natural resources that they are using to build their places. Now, why can't we fix up our homes? I will deviate a little bit. Most of the times, why we are not well packaged are coming from these people who call themselves our colonial masters. Because they know once we get well developed, their own is finished. They won't get those natural resources they get anymore. That helps them to, enrich themselves, build nuclear powers, and do so many things. That is it. That was why Mali and the Burkina Faso, the guy had to ask the French country to leave them because they have siphoned them enough. After colonizing them, they have been living in they won't live your normal life because they keep giving you aids. Right. That, they keep giving you aids. So that is the issue. Now, Nigerians, it boils down to the government. I wish they are saying all these things because they need to sit down. What is this thing that is in the schools in UK that will come refine and make ours better? You understand? So these are the things. It calls for stakeholders meeting in the, I like talking about stakeholders because these are the people that needs to sit down. The Minister of Education, you need to sit down. What is this thing that takes us there?
All right.
How do we change the situation? So that is it.
All right. Because there's this question you asked. You said, what is the state of Nigerians that are there, or probably the people that are intending to, go there? The people that are currently there spent billions of pounds and dollars to actually go there. Some persons sold lands, numerous lands. Some people are being helped by their family, their relatives. Some people got loans from friends and so on for this particular distance, and at the end of the day, they have not even adapted to the environment in total, and you are telling them that once they are done with studies that they should return. See, me, I understand.
No, your visa is what? Your visa describes what you come down to another man's country to do. If you're going for a work visa,
just make your point. According to the question, this is actually sending more tension to them because they won't even be relaxed to do what they are there, to do. And then you could see, like I said earlier, that the visa workforce has actually reduced because it was 2 years before, which is not 18, is now 18 months, a year plot. No, it's 2 years before, now 18 months. It is quite, 18 months now. If you check it online.
No, it's 24 months for 2 years.
It's 24 months, sorry.
24 months for 2 years and 18 months.
It's actually quite sad. And I'm like, what motivation is it passing down to the current people that are planning on traveling? It's quite sad.
They should not travel because they're not looking at you traveling.
To travel, but the economy is it fair?
No, that's what he's trying to say. I get what you're saying. You're saying that it's not fair because the amount of money that these people have spent to get there and to better their lives. He is saying it is not their responsibility to care for you. Like the US would say, it is Americans first, not any other person.
But yes, in one way or the other, these people are still gaining from us because their universities, their economy,
they didn't force you to come.
Yes, they are
didn't call you.
It's a bilateral transaction.
Listen, it's a bilateral relation. You will not come and choke us. That is the issue.
Yes.
Now, I understand where you are coming from an emotional aspect. That is okay. But the truth about it is this. master degree that you're going there to do, or you're going there for a 4 years course, when it is done, you come back home now.
No, okay.
Some persons still have talents. No. Some persons,
when you come and establish
give me
it.
Give me your depth. What I'm trying to say, sorry to cut you short, sorry. We get your point, but if I continue now, you will not allow me to talk. But what I'm trying to say from the both sides is that truly you are coming from the emotional standpoint, he's coming from the law standpoint, the way of things. And at the end of the day, we just have to find a balance at the end of the day. Because to be honest, this country, UK especially, benefits a lot from these students coming into the country. But they don't owe us anything. We are not supposed to come in there with an entitlement mentality, because you just talked about colonization and how it has affected us one way or the other. And if we are still dependent on them, it means that we have no independence.
That is helping Nigerians are helping their life.
That's what we are saying. That's what I'm trying to say, that at the end of the day, we cannot still have that entitlement mentality towards the UK or any foreign country. But what I would add to that is the fact that, you said if they have gone there to study, to be honest, if we tell ourselves the truth, the major reason why these students apply for these students visa in the first place is not just to study. Because if it's for education, the person that got third class in a Nigerian university goes abroad and makes a first class. So I don't think the education or our curriculum is the problem. It is that after they are done studying, they want to get a job there. Yes. They want to get settled and established there. So that is what they are depriving of them.
They want to retain them.
Yeah, so I feel like yes.
Let me help you.
No, wait, let me just round up.
1 minute.
Okay, continue.
1 minute. Listen, what you were saying, you're not missing it. But the truth about this still remains. Like Ifeoma just said something that touched me, and that's why I wanted to speak. You see, making use of us after study is good. Now, it depends on where you're. Now, what they're trying to say is that they don't even care of the grade you make. That's what it means now. But what they're after is the law that once your visa expires, you are out from the country. So now, what it now means is that two things. Nigerian government should seek a kind of redress with the British consulate. Let's know how, since you people are the ones that colonize us, since there are something you benefit from us, in as much as they still pay for the services we render. If you begin to work,
yes,
they pay you. So it's a bilateral. But all they need to do is that the government has to come in if really they have what has at. But I know they will come in because majority of the government people, their children are all there.
In the UK, so
they are studying in the UK.
All right.
So what they need to do is just sit down, discuss this matter, part a chart way. Yeah, right. Let's know how it's going to favor. They know the level, maybe the amount of Nigerians they could assimilate.
Yes.
And
all right. Just briefly. So we move to the next story.
See, what I'm trying to say here is that if these people don't want us to come to their country, because I know we'll be of great benefit to them, but if they refuse us coming to their country, Australia, we are coming. Ghana, we are coming.
Australia, you are calling now. Listen,
Canada,
Australia, you are calling.
No, I'm trying to tell you.
They have even placed a ban on us as well.
Wait,
everybody is placed a ban on us.
Let me tell you. What about Canada? Canada is still there too.
No, Canada has placed restrictions.
What I'm trying to say,
even stringent more than UK.
Even the US, to be honest, all the entire country is just...
There is serious Kwechiri syndrome in Nigeria.
So you don't force your way inside.
We don't want to stay in this country.
After you Kwechi, you sell land. You will now go to Africa. They will deport you.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel and Ifeoma, on that story. We are going to call it a wrap on that as we move on to the next story. And this question is quite lengthy, so just bear with me. I'm going to compare this story about the NNPC bus scam. So they are saying... They are accusing the NNPC boss, that is Bayo Ojulari, for some fraudulent activities, for doubling his salary, and money laundering. Now, I want to compare this to the previous story that we had on the show, where we talked about the fact that the NNPC boss was being forced to resign and send his resignation letter. And I'm just going to ask this now. I mean, what implications do you think can be drawn from the allegations of bribery and corruption surrounding Bayo Ojulari, that is the NNPCL CEO, and the president's CSO, in person of Lukman Adegboyega Fasasi, and the chief personal security officer, Osman Musa Shugaba, who allegedly received a $1.5 million bribe? And additionally, how does this report private meeting between Ojulari and President Tinubu, where the First Lady refused his resignation when he went to visit the Aso Rock Villa, and now the ongoing investigation and the public perception of the NNPCL's leadership? Because I don't know if you were there the day we had the story about the fact that he was being forced to resign, but the next day we saw him in office, and now they are saying he's living extravagantly, that he's spending money on jets, going to Dubai for his 60th birthday, and doubling his salary.
Okay.
So
let me come in now. Let me tell you. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be negative in this matter. Now, the truth about it is that if I were Bayo Ojulari, I will resign
from the NNPC.
From the NNPC, I will resign as the MD. It doesn't take you away from. He has been in NNPC.
Yes, for a very long time.
For a long time.
Yes.
Now, because this man is barely how many months?
He's just
barely
very
6 months of there, and all these level of accusations are being leveled against him. Now, number one, they should remember that he's not the Minister of Petroleum, that the president is, and I want to say that I totally wouldn't agree with all the level of accusations, because you see, when people seek something from you
and you don't give it to
and you do not bring it on board, they will label everything, they will make everything humanly possible to make sure they remove you. And the easiest way is to label a lot of allegations on you. Now, they can even go as far as, quoting your driver, your family members into the matter, to lie against you. It's very, very possible. I'm not making case for him, because why I'm saying all this is a guy who has been in NNPCL since nobody had any accusation against him. It's just that they made him MD of NNPC. Everybody now started because they want this. Some people wants to get something back from him, and he might say, "I know it's not going to work like this. This one is going to work like this," and they pick offense. And now you could even see that the CSO to the president is even involved in this.
Yes,
matter.
the personal security officer.
So what it means is that there are some level of executive gang up in this matter. I'm not making case for Julari, but the truth about it is that I can bet my chest to say some majority of these accusations are false. Now, this is a man who coming. This is a man. Hold on. Don't follow my language. I said some of the allegations are false.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you that a man is going to Dubai. What is the meaning of that? Has he not been traveling before?
Is this his first time?
Is this the first time of going to Dubai? Now he wants to celebrate his birthday, 60th birthday in Dubai. So is that what's our business? That is his personal life. You pay this man salary. He's on salary. So he has the right. He has the right to do. He has the right to celebrate.
I'm so that we take comments from X.
He has the right to celebrate his birthday wherever he wants to do.
Are you aware? Are you aware that before him resuming office, that he had less than 25 million in his account? How was that able?
Who showed you that?
Wait, all right, no,
what is the statistics?
I want us to
that's
the next question is about that. All right, let us take some comments from X, because it is very funny, because other people also made mention of the 25 million naira in his account. So Sarah says 25 million naira, ex-Shell executive. What kind of story is this?
Okay.
New Ben said, is there any Nigerian that finds himself or herself in position of authority that will not be found wanting? Is this a spell on Nigerian office holders to be very corrupt and gullible? Or is it about a system that encourages and embraces corruption? Obedient for Life says, there is no corruption in Nigeria since I came into power for the past 2 years, says Tinubu. This was when he was at TCAN.
Yeah.
Now, David Offor says, what makes the story even more damning is Ojulari's own financial history. Before his sudden rise, his entire bank balance was said to be under 25 million naira. I stopped reading at this point. It was here I got convinced that this is part of the current media target by Sahara Report. That's what SH means. I mean, how can you say someone that reached very high level in Shell doesn't have up to 25 million naira in his bank account? Amount that even a low-grade shelf staff can boast of. Sahara Report should rest and leave Ojulari to continue the transformation he's currently doing in NNPCL. Yaya says, as a former Shell executive, he's likely well compensated. It is apparent that Sahara Reporters is being used to manipulate public opinion, making it seem like the NNPC boss has something to hide. Now, I wanted to ask on that same 25 million naira, because it has caused a lot of controversies online. And my question is going to start from this. And we're looking at it from two perspectives, right? The fraud claim labeled against him. If after years as a top Shell staff, only 25 million naira was found in all his bank accounts put together, how can he now suddenly adapt a taste for luxurious and expensive lifestyle? Why didn't he start there?
Person where resigned before.
How possible is it for him to have acquired only 25 million naira during the entirety of his career as an oil and gas big shots?
Let me tell you. Sahara Reporter, if truly this is
the ones that
I said if truly it's coming from them, they are just somebody paid them.
Oh.
A common director in any ministry in a federal parastatal will earn more than what is 25 million naira. This guy has been in Shell till he was made the MD. So this guy has been in money. That's not. I don't like painting words. You understand? So the truth about it is that they are just making fool of themselves. I told you, whenever you say no to top government officials or people who have entitled mentality that this thing belongs to us, I'm telling you, they will label anything. I can beat my chest and tell you that this guy is living large. This report, let them paste his account now. They would have come out to paste it. That they got this one in Access Bank, that this is what is there. They got this one here, this is what is there. They would have pasted if they are serious.
Okay. And
let's see his name. So let's know that of a truth that Bayo Ojulari had only 25 million. So they should just stop all these things.
I just want to
giving us
this. It may seem as though you are kind of probably supporting this thing, and my stand here is that we are just discussing based on what we see online, what the news story we are seeing from different news outlets. That's our discussion here, not that we are eyewitnesses of this whole thing. But at the same time, I'm like I said earlier, that he had below 25 million naira, and this was somebody that was said to have resigned before. You understand? So him coming back to sit, don't you think it's actually like provided that means for him to, you know,
he was appointed. He didn't come there by himself.
Yes, but he
did you see his resignation letter?
But that's another thing.
But it was rumored that he resigned. I'm talking based on
I understand what you're saying. I understand.
And I'm providing this angle. Then it might be that this is his opportunity to, you know, live large.
Okay.
No. You understand?
No, all right.
And according to the report, they said he paid himself up front.
He backdated it. He backdated
yes, even paid up.
Is it backdated when they said he resigned?
No, he said months before.
And June.
You know, I want to, apart from that, he was also accused of money laundering. So now he's also under investigation for money laundering involving the transfer of millions of dollars to the account of AA and R Investment Group that is owned by the son-in-law of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. And now, yes, let me now give a backstory. Now, Etihad Oilfield is a Nigerian company that is owned owned by the son-in-law of Atiku Abubakar. And now, let me tell you what they do. They specialize in managing drilling projects, and they offer a range of services to help oil companies to explore and produce oil. Now, in simpler terms, what they do is to help get the oil out of the ground, and they provide other services. Now, for NNPC to be making huge transactions to the account of A&R that has Etihad Oilfield as one of their group of companies, what is can they give us more explanation? What is the new thing, or what is the suspicious thing there? They should explain, because if this is NNPC and this is what they do,
let me help you.
Let me just make it make sense.
Let me help you. You see, like I told you, it's getting more clearer. These are just people who has been disenfranchised are placing up all these allegations. Like I keep saying,
there is a
I'm coming. Bio Jewelry is not my brother. And neither do I have any business with NNPC. Like he's your brother. Now, what I'm trying to say in essence is this. We know Nigerian society. This guy is just an MD. The Minister of Petroleum is the president. And it is now logical for you to know that activities and affairs of such magnitude of businesses will be controlled from the executives.
And he has no power. Right.
He has no power.
Not Nigeria?
Can you hold on? He has no power to make some drastic decisions that you should know for free.
Okay.
Because it is the president that controls any affairs, any business that runs in such manner. Now, be it as it may, Bio Jewelry, majority of these contracts, if he comes out to speak now, you find out that majority of all these contracts were not done when he was in power. I mean, were done before he came into the seat. These were done by the Kyari that left. You understand? So these things are just, we know all these things. These things we know as Nigeria function. They will label you one bad name and make sure that they remove you from power. Maybe you have said this was something that happens to the former Minister of Humanitarian Service. When she started naming people who came to collect billion, where she moved the money to, the matter died. The matter died. Nobody had it again. The Senate President, the current Senate President, had issues. One man came to the house and slumped, and that matter died a natural death. Up till now, this is a man controlling the affairs of Nigeria today. So we know these gimmicks. We know how they do all this thing.
Okay.
This is all happening because we have no proper checks and balances in the country.
All right.
That is the truth.
I just want to say this here. I've heard your own side of the view, and I've kind of offered my own side of the story. But at the same time, I think investigations should be conducted, because even the public or Nigerian citizens are protesting, and they are saying that they should end NNPC. You understand? So that the man looted money. He should be, yes, removed from office. So what I'm saying now is that we are demanding accountability. Just like what you said, let there be checks and balances. Let all of these people sit in a round table, open the books, let us know if this man actually looted money, and all this money, all this time he has been faring with his family and friends abroad for his 60th birthday. If the money was actually gotten from the fund, the state fund. That's basically what I'm
all right.
Before you wrap up, like you rightfully said, I'm thinking what should also be done. We've heard from the people accusing him. We need to hear from the same person.
He's not impressing. Most times he doesn't appear for
he doesn't want to, because yes, because he sees you know, there are the kind of allegations you will hear. The people are living against you. You will just be smiling because of a truth. You know that you didn't do that, and it's laughable. Like you see people reacted, saying Sahara Report, what is the meaning of this? Telling us that a whole man who has all his life has been in NNPC, we only have 25 million in all his bank account. You understand?
Yes.
So even a Yahoo bot that just started yesterday is even richer. That's what it means.
Okay.
So, but all still the same. Like Ifomo rightfully said, there should be a level of investigation into all these accusations, and let's make it public. It should be made public, so that people will know the truth
get his
about
statement.
he will get his account statements, everything. Then the people who are leveling his allegation must appear.
Yes,
they have
bring
to come.
evidence.
Yes, and evidence that they have against him.
Okay.
They should bring it.
Okay.
And it should be made public so that everybody will now see. Because this man has been on hot seat since he entered.
Yes.
As if they were just waiting for him. You understand? So let's see where the whole matter is coming out from.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Daniel and Ifoma Oji, for your insights on the matter. It has really been an exciting conversation, hearing from two different perspectives on these stories. But just to touch on briefly, I think this is a good thing. So in Gombe State, they have 62,000. It's not a good thing, but uncollected PVCs as INEC rules out multiple registration. So in Gombe State, 62,000 PVCs are yet to be collected. So if you're in Gombe State, you registered in Gombe State, go collect your PVCs. I just think it's a good thing. At least we are having a large number of people that are waiting, that have registered before. And if they should collect their PVCs, it will be good, and it will be great for the voting power come 2020.
Some people are frustrated.
And not just
some people are frustrated. That's why they are leaving INEC. Since we would vote,
okay,
and
that's
it will
why they
not
don't collect
count,
their PVCs.
you people should carry it.
Because go and collect your
Okay,
PVCs,
but
so don't be
INEC
angry.
But INEC is equally saying that if you've registered online, that you should equally come for physical registration, because that's what counts. And when you're registering, if you have registered before, you don't need to register again, because the system will not actually bring out your voter's card when it's time for you to collect your voter's card. So do not do multiple registration for your own good. Remember that 2027 is coming, and that voter's card is very, very beneficial.
All right, well said. Thank you once again, Ifoma Oji and Mr. Daniel Sacramento, and to our VIP viewers for always joining us. Remember to share your comments, your ideas, your thoughts on our stories, and also follow us across all social media platforms at Active Citizens. You can find me on my Instagram and Facebook at Sharon Enebchukwu. And you, Ifoma?
You can find me on Facebook at Oji Sophia, and on Instagram at Miselex.
And you can always find Mr. Daniel right here in the studio. Till we see you this afternoon for As E Day Hot, where we share trending hot stories from around the world. Do have a good morning.